What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be working on the dirty M3 again. We are going to put the rear camber arms, so let me show you which ones I got. These are the rear camber arms I got. They are from ECS Tuning, the ECS Tuning ones. So the reason why I like the ECS Tuning rear camber arms is because if you can see, the center is where you adjust the camber for the rear, so you don't have to go to the top where it's mounts near the subframe or anywhere down here to adjust. You just go from the center, so it's easier when you want to do self adjustments and everything like that. And these are pretty sturdy, but they're gonna cost you a pretty decent amount. These cost me 300 shit, but I think it's worth it in the long run if you plan to track your car or you do your own alignments. I would recommend these.
And you go.
Alright y'all, we just jacked up the car and we're gonna do the right side first because that's the easiest one. So you have right next to the diff right here an 18mm. That's where the rear control arm / camber arm connects to on the top, and then the bottom is pretty easy. I think it's an 18 and the other side may be a 17, but that's pretty easy. But this side, the driver's side,
We need to adjust this bolt will come out. Wait, hold on.
now we can just move the diff arms for the one that connects down where the wheels are. You're gonna want to get two 18s, one wrench, and one breaker bar to break that nut loose. And then the trick to get the rear camber arm that bolt out is to just use a pry bar and pry the side where the nut was out, so the like hub centric little ring thing is out of your way, so you can just pull the bolt out. That's what we were having trouble with, so you just gonna want to take this off. It's pretty easy. We got the other side off already. And then the top ones, I'll explain how you do that later once we go and try it out. We get the nut off, and then what you're gonna want to do to take this side out, the long bolt out, is get a pry bar and pry along this thing. Let me show you. So you're gonna want to pry against this thing right here behind it, so it goes out like that. Sometimes you could just even use your hand, and like this side. So this side, fuck, we got lucky because I was able to use my hand to pull the rear camber arm back. But the other side, it was fucking stuck, so we had to use a pry bar. We were like, what the fuck, this shit is not supposed to be this fucking hard. But this side came off actually pretty easy, so shoot, good thing we took the hard side out first, because if this side was the same as the other side, we'd be here till night. Oh fuck. Alright, we'll cut to the part when we do the ones near the diff, but we'll let you know how that goes. Alright, so we just got the bottom of the lower camber arms removed. Yeah, like those. So we just got the bottom of the camber arms removed, both sides, and now we're at the top. So I loosened them, but as you can see, the diff is in the way of both of them. So right now we're gonna try to remove these two bolts right here, where I just showed you, and try to slide the diff out of the way. If it does move how we want it to, this shit would take like 10 minutes, but if it doesn't, we might be here for like 4 fucking hours. So we just got the old camber arm off, and what we did was, there are 2 subframe bolts you need to take loose for the M3, and you would drop the subframe so that you can get access to the 2 top diff bolts that are screwed onto the subframe. And then there's one 21mm bolt right here that also attaches the diff to the subframe, so you're gonna want to take that off after you're able to push the diff all the way to the driver's side, and then you just have enough room to pull that bolt out. And then right now I'm just installing the ECS tuning, so I'll show you the final product, and we'll tell you how to do it for the other side too. Oh, my neck hurts from being down here so fucking long, but we finally got this side. All you gotta do after you remove that side is pry it all the way as hard as you fucking can, and then lift the diff up with the jack like 1 fucking inch, and it'll be just perfect enough to get the bolt out. So after you get out, you want to hurry the fuck up and get your other control arm and install it, or else you're gonna have a fun time trying to do that all over again. So this thing is a pain in the ass right now, but we got both the rear camber arms off and we're installing the new ones right now. But this side, I'm gonna give you some advice. Just knock out all the diff bolts that attach to the subframe. That way you can push the diff all the way to the left and to the right. That will give you clearance for both of them to take out. But the problem I'm having right now is if you look up here where the camber arm is, there's a backing plate where it screws and it fell off and there's no space, and I don't want to take the exhaust off. So we're gonna try to do some engineering and tape it to like a wrench and then see if we can stick it up there and screw it in, and then after that we should be done. Just self-align it and drive it to the alignment shop and we should be good. We'll show you the final product because these ECS tuning rear control arms look pretty sick. So if you can't tell, I'm pretty tired and my neck hurts from just laying down. So yeah, we'll show you the final product. So we were having a problem getting this up to the top of the rear control arm because this thing, there's no space unless you take out the exhaust, but we're not trying to do that. We're trying to get everything done as quick as possible with less work possible. So we just taped it onto a wrench. Hopefully we can reach it up there and have it screwed in a little bit, and then after it screws in, we'll just rip the fucking wrench out and hopefully that's all good. So we'll let you know if it works. Engineering at its finest. We just got everything done, put back under the car, and now we're just gonna put back both wheels. And we're gonna adjust the toe to close to 0 as possible with the ECS tuning rear camber arm. Just right over here. Peep those Jersey true coilovers though. So we're just gonna put the wheels back and we're gonna try to adjust it as close to 0 toe as possible, and then we're gonna go to the alignment shop and get it aligned so that we can have it ready for the track by next year. All right, so I just finished adjusting everything. Here's how the ECS tuning rear control arms or camber arms look like, and this is the toe I got straight enough for now to take me to alignment shop. Let me show you the other side. Looks pretty good enough for me. And here's how it looks under the car. Pain in the fucking ass to do, but worth it in the end when you want to go track it.
Got too much on my mind, but now I'm coming for the throne. They lying in front of you. No, they love me, say they hate me, they dying to tell the truth. Came from lonely nights and crying, I'm crying inside the coop. The only nights I'm trying, I'm riding inside the booth. And tell my mama I'm trying, I'm still in school. I made a couple bands and I'm putting it to the stool. And I was always starving, I had to go get it.
So it's been a couple of days since I got the tire rods installed, and I just got back from the alignment shop. Here are the results. It's actually gonna be pretty cool to see how close I was to self-aligning, because when you do stuff by yourself, you don't know exactly how close you got. You just gotta guess, you know. If it looks straight, then you just leave it at that and then bring it to the alignment shop and see how close you get. So let's see how close I got to self-adjustment and see if my eyesight is good enough to give it close to 0 toe as possible. So let's start with the front left of my car. It was fucking crazy. I was actually running almost 5 degrees of camber. As you can see right there, before it was 4.8. I'm trying to run at 3.5, so 3.6 in the front, both sides, and then 6.9 caster. The before, the toe was negative 0.4 degrees, which was not bad. It wouldn't have fucked up my tires that much just driving to alignment shops, so I think I did a pretty good job on that. Let's see, not that much right here. The rears, like this side, the left, I got that shit better than fucking spec alignment, because this shit is 0.08, like it's so close to 0, but this side is a little off, but the left, like I did a pretty fucking good job on that side. So for the entire car, the front is running 3.6 degrees of negative camber and the rear is 2.5. I think that's a really good spec if you're gonna track your car. I mean, it's gonna wear out my tires regardless, but I don't want to have a street alignment for when I'm driving on the street and then go to pay for another alignment when I go to a track. So I know I haven't really seen any other videos going into detail on how to do it on the E46 M3. So when I was doing research for this, I couldn't really do any research because no one had a video. So I hope this video helps you out, because I've learned a lot of stuff when I was trying to figure out what to do, and I hope you guys learn a little something too, and hopefully you guys get your rear camber arms installed on your driveway as easily as I did. And it also took a lot of time to edit this video, so hopefully you learned a little from this video that will help you out on your next install. With that being said, I'll see you guys next video. I got many more to come, so just stay tuned for that. Peace out.